into the match now. It's going to be Consulate. It is going to be Divina Victoria versus HellSide Esports. This is, I think it's going to be a pretty close match. We haven't seen either of these teams really perform that well. They both have lost recently. They both haven't won a map. HellSide got 7-0'd by Queen last week.
Yeah.
On the coastline. So, you know, we'll see how this will go down. We're going to be going to Consulate, though, and it's going to be Divina Victoria, who banned out the Blackbeard to begin with here.
I think there's a lot of teams who are not a fan of going up against a Blackbeard, especially on heavy window repelling maps. Cafe was one of them. We saw the Blackbeard banned off that earlier. And then being banned off this map, not a surprise. It can be a really strong operator. But HellSide banning Jackal makes me think they want to roam. We've seen some really effective gunners on the side of HellSide. So if they do run that roam game, they won't have the Jackal to compete with, which is really good. But they'll see what they'll ban on defense. I mean, a mirror ban isn't that necessary on a map like Consulate. So to go with something like a Valkyrie, for example, which is really strong and get rid of it, but they will go with the mirror ban, and it's very likely Divina will go with either the Echo or the Valkyrie themselves, but they are starting defense. So they could make good utilization of a Valkyrie, for example.
Maestro ban from Divina Victoria. Definitely interesting. We'll see how that does go down. HellSide. We'll start on attack as we move on to Consulate. And yeah, that means that Echo has been left up. You are right, like Valkyrie is definitely very, very prominent on Consulate for those of more aggressive teams. I don't really think that either of these teams is too aggressive from what we've seen from them so far. But yeah, that these are just kind of like interesting bets. Like the Blackbeard ban makes a lot of sense, right? That there are a lot of winners on Consulate. He is a pretty common ban on Consulate. The Jackal ban makes a little bit of sense in that there can be like this kind of heavy roam clearance if you want to play very heavily with nitros, which it looks like might be happening here from Divina Victoria with the Bandit and the Mozzie in play.
Yeah, we saw Izza make really good work of her gun skill as well. So I think being paired with both the C4 and quite a formidable weapon on the side of Mozzie will be something that should be looking to use effectively. It's very likely, looking at this setup, that they want to roam upstairs as well, whether they do that in Piano or they do that even further up. We can see the attacking lineup, however. They've got the Capitao, they've got the Thatcher, they've got Hibana. I am worried, however, that they brought the Hibana and they were expecting an upstairs hold, and that's going to detriment them completely.
So, downstairs defense. I feel like they were expecting an upstairs defense because of the 6 pick from the Thermite to the Hibana.
Yep. Absolutely. Otherwise, you bring both for a downstairs attack. You know what I mean? You might want to open the hatches, or you just bring the Thermite, open one of the panels, and then maybe open the hatch. But usually you'd open both panel 1 and 3, and that's sort of your Thermite exothermic's gone. And then you might need a Hibana as well. So I think HellSide definitely taken off guard by this downstairs, like you said. I'm not entirely sure how they plan on pushing this.
What looks like an admin clear is going to be starting off, and Izza going to go down instantly. Shinessa going to be finding the freest kill of her life. There you go, Mozzie going to be going down very early on. That's one nitro off the board, and just a huge amount of utility. Like, Mozzie has just so much going for him, and it's all gone.
You can see Connie here. She knows that lobby door's open as well. She's checking if anyone's moving in. Stelenia needs to be extremely careful that the peak doesn't come down. Shinisi's also moving upstairs. Connie ever so by herself. If they drone her out, could be all over. And of course, she's going to get one pick. The wallbangs will come out from long desk. She'll dodge them as if she's playing a freaking big role in Matrix right there, James. And she might be able to get her way down Visa stairs.
That is insane that she just got away with that. And no Jackal means that she's probably going to be able to rotate all the way down and not get punished for it. So droning coming up from HellSide here, but they should be pretty satisfied with that roam clear, I think. Like, even though they lost their Zofia, taking a Mozzie off the board this early and being able to get that control so early on as well, I think they should be pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And even though they do have the Jaeger sort of still sitting in the Teller's area, I think they could be pretty happy with the fact that they should have a good enough hold now. I don't think Connie's going to push too aggressively. Ganesh is actually just going to rotate out of top floor and make her way over to the garage door, very likely. And Stelenia is going to open up these vertical holes, but I am still worried about Connie being so close upstairs. They need to make sure they're watching for her because she is rotating around.
Bomb has been located.
Kind of going to rotate all the way up to top spiral. Shanessa going to be caught out very early. And she's going to go down to that. Stelenia still not aware that this Jaeger's managed to rotate all the way upstairs instead. And Thatcher and Habanas are going to go down to open it all up. Connie above, but he's going to lie up Stelenia, but not going to be able to get the kill just yet. 45 seconds left to go on the clock. HellSide not looking too good here. They don't really have their entry. This is not good. They do have the wall open. But with the kind of utility they have on the board, I'm not really sure how they're going to force their entry. Also on the fact that Connie's still upstairs and still a Roman. And she's got the vertical play as well on top of that.
Oh, Connie's been doing absolute work. She may single-handedly win this round out for her team. And Skylia moves on in. The pre-fire's coming out. Oh, she almost collects the head of the person playing on pipes. And she'll have her teammate move in from yellow stairs. But there's too many people looking at her. And she's going to have to make use with 10 seconds left. Connie will swing down. She'll collect one. She'll collect two. And that's going to be Tina finishing them off instead. And what a beautifully decisive round there for Penta Divina.
I feel like there was some mistakes, though, from Penta Divina there. Like, that roam game was a little bit too aggressive. I'm amazed they didn't get caught out about it. I also thought that Connie should have gone to piano rather than go down yellow stairs. Because she had that vertical play opened up, and she could have had the call out from the Legion who was playing. I think it was Tina, the Legion, playing on Kipes. She knows there's someone behind White Van there. Seems like the communication is a little bit off from Divina Victoria, but definitely a good round overall from them, and definitely a good result in what they'd be looking for. I feel like this whole round was on Connie.
Yeah, look, she played that very well, and the way that she sort of rotated down Visa stairs, they couldn't find it with the drone anymore, so then they decided to just continue with what they needed to do, which was a smart move from HellSide. They didn't let her deter them from getting the verticality they needed. But she then just rotated up spiral, took one pick, and then rotated straight back to the hatch, giving her that height advantage. So really good round there from Connie. She's quite a formidable opponent, I think, to HellSide. And had they have picked her off, it might have gone in the way of HellSide.
Yeah, potentially. We'll see how it goes down. I think this is really going to be all about the roam clear. Especially with the Jackal ban and how heavily HellSide are playing up on this... how heavily Divina Victoria are playing up on this roam game. They're bringing a pulse now, right? Like, Consulate is one of those maps where you don't really have to be too worried about roamers, but you do have to be really worried about the late flanks. But there's 3 staircases that go from the bottom to the top of the map. So you really have to be worried about those late flanks. Your flank watch has to be great. Your roam clear has to be good as well. So, and the whole conversation about pre-placed drones started with Consulate.
I can picture her voice right now in German, letting her teammates know that there's not just irons, there's spies, there's dry people sitting outside of admin, and that's a lot of people. So they can be absolutely confident that this is an admin push now, and hopefully they rotate the resources needed. They have Tina playing in A, which usually is accompanied by a shotgun of a smoke or a mute or something to that effect on that door there. And HellSide are already in. They've got full control. And oh my goodness, Tina pops her head up and she even decides to throw a goo in the mix. She'll get out safely somehow, but Stelenia should have had that shot. And even though they've got admin control, they've still got a pulse lurking down below.
Connie and Antichamber is going to find Lodi, and that's going to be the Ashdown. That entry going away from HellSide. It's not looking too good for them. Stelenia trying to push up as well. Got a little bit of a prone hold to help her push anyone outside of projector, but this is not looking good for HellSide. They're very, very slow in this approach, and they have not dealt with Tina yet. And also, we do see someone just eliminating those Habana charges. Is eliminated any point of you being able to get in there crouching. You're going to have to go prone if you want to go in through that area.
Finally, they will have someone rappel upside down. It's going to be Shanisa on the rappel, and they will get that crossfire out. Stelenia is going to get Tina, but Connie's going to get Ganache going. She's just allowed to roam wherever she wants, but finally she'll be punished by Stelenia. Is this also down to Stelenia knew, but she looked away. The timing, the ping will come out, and now Izza knows that she needs to be extremely careful, and she could just delay time while Tiffy and Sunny just place themselves wherever they want. What I like as well is that the Echo's actually sitting in the middle of console, so she's able to do whatever work she wants there because no one's challenging her from behind.
Yeah, definitely. And then go Habana charges are going to be going through here. Selene holding on to long desk. And all the paint comes out from Issa, and that's a double kill. Easy. It's all down to Shinessa to try and make something happen here. But what a great play from the Pulse. Has absolutely decimated HellSide's attack here. And only 20 seconds left to go on the clock. Shinessa really has to make something work. It still has full utility up, so still a lot of options for her, but she's got to move. It's now or never. As she's not going to use the utility just yet, but there goes the crossbow. It does come out. The firebolt goes down to stop the peak from happening. She's got to go in here. The diffuser is not in her hands. The Echo Drone gets her. And she's going to be recovered the diffuser, but they're going to know exactly where she is. Echo Drone is up to deny the plant if it came through. But Issa from the bottom of Visa says is going to take her out. Divina Victoria take round number 2.
That's great bit of intel there. And of course, Izza was more than guaranteeing that one. When she was spotted from Visa, actually, whoever was on the drone from HellSide spotting her, actually, I think it left Stelenia in a worse position than she'd started off, because if they hadn't spotted her and she did peek, Stelenia would have gotten that kill, even though the timing of the peek was a little bit off. I definitely think she would have got that kill. So a little bit of misplay there, a little bit of lack of coordination and intel from the side of HellSide means that Penta Divina will rock their second round. It is defensive-sided, though, ever so slightly. So I did expect Penta to do quite well on the defensive side, and I do expect HellSide to do quite well on their defensive side as well. But quick shout out to those in chat who have been, or in the stream rather, who have been gifting those subs using their Twitch Prime and giving all of those bits. Thank you very much, Samurai. I know you've been throwing some gifted subs and using your Twitch Prime. Fenris as well. Thank you so much for all the gifted subs, guys. They mean the world, and they go straight into the prize pool. So make sure you keep throwing them around.
Just throw it around, see where it sticks.
Hopefully into the prize pool.
Hopefully.
I mean, yeah.
Round number 3 getting underway. It looks like we're going downstairs to a lobby press room defense. I always forget that this is called press room, because everyone calls it piano, because there's a giant ass piano in there, but it is called press room.
I dislike that.
Yes.
Can we
make a petition to change
it's so
it
unnecessary.
piano.
Can we just petition it to be changed? I don't feel like it's a huge change.
That piano takes up about an 1/8 of the room, I would say. Maybe a 16th.
It is the major landmark of that room. Please just change the name. Thank you very much for listening, Ubisoft. And yeah, we look forward to that name change ever so soon. This Repel from Loudy here, she's ever so sure someone's there, but no one is. Shinisi's going to drone out Connie. Surely the wallbang comes out. No, it doesn't. She's still in there. And she does make her way out ever so safely. I'm not sure how Connie's been able to just run rampant all over this map. But Loudy, a gunner, is going to make her way in very quickly. And Connie is just, her timing is impeccable. Look at that. What? She almost wallbanged Selenia.
That was interesting. But there goes Selenia, trying to get all the way in onto a long desk and see what she can do. But what an angle from Connie from long desk is going to punish her for her over-aggression. And now it's all of a sudden a 3v5. HellSide are getting dominated on this attack right now. And if they can't win this offsite, I don't know what they can win. The pushing through is coming through from Issa. She's doing some damage, but not going to be able to get the kill just yet. And they're very hesitant at trying to push this. And there goes a Nitro. So this is just absolute domination. Yeah, there we go. There goes another one. It's all down to Skylia up onto the balcony on the thermite. She jumps in. She gets the kill. She avoids the perfect round, but she drops down the hatch accidentally and gets picked up by Issa. And it's Divina Victoria take round number 3.
That was rather... I'm trying to find words, James. I'm actually trying to find words, because I know there are fraggers on Penta Divina. I know there are fraggers, and we've seen them have their moments of greatness. But for 3 rounds straight now, we've seen both Connie and Izza just tear through HellSide as if Consulate is their damn playground. So I am super worried that Consulate could be one of their best maps, and we're seeing it early on into the stage of this this season. So yeah, if you're watching this, you can either counter-strike them or get rid of them.
Yeah, I mean, like when your attacks on Consulate, you're thinking, okay, you have to win the offsite at least to keep yourself in the game. It has to be at least a 4-2 scoreline. At 5-1 or at a 6-0, you really call it done. And at the moment, we're really trending towards that 6-0. So
yeah.
this isn't looking good at all. But I still believe that HellSide can bring something in. Also, we know that HellSide, I mean, it's kind of like a bad thing to say, but we know they're a really good defense team. They did really well against NSG during their coastline defenses. So even though it's kind of a weird thing to say, they do pretty well on defense normally. So I wouldn't be too worried about this so far, but at the moment, you know, you can't just win defenses, you've got to win attacks as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. I would 100% agree with what we've seen thus far. Their defense has been their stronger half. So not to be too discouraged for the side of HellSide, but the domination upon which we're seeing these rounds go is what worries me. It's not that Penta Divina might be very defensive sided. It's the fashion upon which they've been so decisive. And the way that Connie knows how to roam around this map, how to manipulate, you know, soft breaches, benches like that as well, just to be able to give herself better positioning. She knows this map. It's her playground. And her team is just letting her run wild. So that confidence, I think, can be key for Penta Divina on this particular matchup.
He definitely could be. Stelenia trying to find the vertical play that's going on. Issa trying to be opening it up, as well as Stelenia. And we saw this exact attack last time, but last time it was a disaster because Connie and Issa were allowed to play this roam game really early on. I mean, Issa got deleted early on, but Connie was basically the savior of the round. And again, this is just not looking good because we still got them on that roam, and you can see they're paranoid about the flanks.
Yeah, they did feature a Nomad on the last round, but they didn't bring it in this round, and I think that's going to be to their detriment. They have to deal with the likes of Connie and Izza because they're so intensively patient. You can see Connie, she's actually hiding over in Visa at the moment, and she's actually waiting for a late flank. It's this kind of patience, it's this kind of game knowledge and game sense to go, I just need them to get a little bit of vertical control, and then when they think they're safe, I'm just going to move on up, and that's what's happening. The plant will begin to go down. Tippy's watching it ever so carefully. She knows she has 7 seconds, and she's just switching between her drones like an Echo Master.
Yeah, plenty of time indeed, but the plant is now surely going to do it successfully as Lodi does fine. But she's got second drone up here as well. She could deny the plant for quite a long time. Meanwhile, Issa has managed to rotate all the way above. She sees the planter, but she sees the sledge first. She's going to go for it, and the nitro gets dropped down. And that's a double kill for Issa. She takes him off the board. It's now a 2v2. This is a disaster right now for HellSide as they struggle to get control of the situation. And no, you just get the kill. Issa with a triple kill on the board. And this is looking like a disaster right now. It's all down to Shinessa, but they know where she is. The Echo Drone is above her to see what goes on. It's seeing what's going to go on, but desperately trying to rotate, desperately trying to find this Echo, as the Echo Drone is going to retreat all the way back. Issa should have a good idea where it goes. The Yokai Drone is coming up ahead of her, but no, Shinessa does take it down. Desperately looking for the Echo, is in sight, and does have Diffuser in hand as well. Could definitely go for a plant. But they're going to get the plant in position. Yokai Drone is there, ready to deny it, and she looks like she's going to be able to do it again. And there we go. Echo Plant is going to get denied. It should get denied again, but surely she should be able to plant this right now, as the push is going to be coming through from Issa. She's ready for it. Shinessa is going to go for a plant yet again. She's going to run out of time, though. The plant comes through, but no. Issa takes her down with a 4K from her on the round. Absolutely saved yet again from the flankers of Divina Victoria, looking very good here on Consulate.
She drone dance, James. She drone danced. She had 2 right over the default plant, and all she did was swap from one to the other, and she counted 5 to 6 seconds every burst of yokai she utilized. That is such a good Echo player, ladies and gentlemen. Please ban Echo against Penta Divina if y'all go and play him, because that was some really strong yokai work. Really, really strong. She did not get off that yokai once, and she was able to feed information to her only other teammate alive that entire time. Oh, I am so severely impressed by Penta Divina right now, and they deserve this 4-0 that they've got at the moment.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Yeah, and things are just going to seem to keep going their way until HellSide get a grip with what is going on in this game right now. They had that in the palm of their hands. It was right there. But the inability to shut down those Echo Drones and just continue planting through it and just wasting so much time, allowing those roamers to punish you like that. Issa did incredibly well, but wow, this is just an absolute disaster from HellSide. They need these next 2 rounds to stay in the game, or else I don't even know if they can even bring this OT at this point.
Just insane all around. The roamers for Penta DV have been absolutely insane. The support players of Penta have been insane. I think overall we're just seeing a team that's pretty well rounded, especially on Consulate. So really big shout out to these players. And the way that Connie and Izza are not being roam cleared has been the start of HellSide's, I guess, fall in this. You can see the admin take is something they want to do. They've stuck to. HellSide have clearly come to the fact that this is how you do it. And this is good. No one's holding admin. They need to confidently get in there and they need to hold better angles because they haven't been doing thus far.
Yes, they definitely do. This is just the information game is so strong on defense right now. We got Echo Drones, we got Pulse, just everything going on. But the Frost
no!
Trap! Oh no, that's
Oh,
defused down. But
no.
more importantly, that is your only hard breacher down right now. Selenia should be able to revive her, however. This isn't looking good whatsoever. Have your Thermite already 20 HP? Push is still going to go through regardless of that. But we still got those roamers downstairs. And honestly, as I've been saying the whole time, because of the Jackal ban, the roamers are controlling this game right now.
I mean, on a site like the top floor of Consulate, roaming isn't even that important. It's not something you even really consider except for, you know, when you run a pulse or some C4s underneath. So if anything, HellSide now just running into their own imperfections. You can see Shanissa desperately trying to get Tina off the back of this A bomb. She's going to need the assistance of her hard breacher to get that wall open, but she's so incredibly lit. She even takes 1 bullet as she tries to plant the exothermic. She will go down. Tina's in a really good spot to challenge this. Stelenia is going to burst out and take Sunny off the Frost. They know for absolute certain now that the Frost is out of action, but this Yokai drone's feeding information. It's giving them everything they need, and now the drones will come out and spot out the rest of Penta Divina.
Pretty aggressive peeking still coming out from Penta Divina's. Tina does manage to find her first entry. No impact remaining, however, so she can't confirm it just yet. But Issa from below finds a nitro kill, and it finds a peek onto Visa. Shinessa is going to pick it back. Tina is going to go down. The revive goes through, but so much low HP from HellSide right now. This isn't looking good, and we still have the pulse on the board. This is kind of the crucial part of it, because we talked about info, we talked about yokai drones, pulse still on the board. This isn't great. I'm glad we see the IQ, though, coming out from HellSide.
Look, it's a great adaptation to bring the IQ, but it's not helpful if you've got all these players from Penta Divina just storming all over the map. Look at this, good. Loudy's finally able to take care of the roamer. Skyly is also going to hit one. The player will start to go down. Tiffy's by herself. She doesn't have enough drones. There's an IQ! They're going to get rid of both of those drones. There's one more above. There's not going to be enough time.
Oh my god, that was almost a disaster for HellSide, but they do manage to find the kill right there at the end. Lodi takes her down, but this Echo was being punished. You have an IQ in sight, and you're still getting Echo drone denial. That is embarrassing for HellSide. They do, however, bring in their very first round, and if they take the second one, they're still in the game.
A great push there from HellSide, and to have Loudy then finally just go, I am sick to death of these roamers, let me go deal with them, and she stormed downstairs. She actually shift W'd all the way through Visa to try and find where this pulse was, and they ended up clashing, almost giving each other a hug on the way through. So she did end up dealing with her, but it was almost too late. So I argue if HellSide want to get this last round going forward in attack, they need to do so with a roam clear, because it is going to be top floor. Surely Penta DV are going to run someone downstairs again because they've been so effective. Why change it? And if they do that, they will take a second round.
We're going to be going upstairs again. I feel like Divina Victoria lost control of site very, very lightly. I think you're kind of right as well with what you're saying about playing a Jaeger roam. That generally in the top floor defense, you don't tend to roam heavily at the start. You do tend to fall off. We have seen successful pulse roam, however, the roam was successful from the pulse. It was just that, like, if you're going to play people off-site, it means that the on-site people are going to be at a disadvantage quite heavily. And I feel like that was a big part of it.
Yeah, look, a roam downstairs to assist the person with the C4 can also be really helpful. And we were talking about that possibly being the dynamic between players like Connie and Izza who have played together for a heck of a long time. So I can understand why that works between them. But it also can then be hard to retake sites. So it's a 50-50 kind of game. If they do it well and they're not cleared, awesome. But we'll have to see how they play that now. And actually looking at it, Connie is over near admin because that's where they've been bursting in through. So that's actually probably a pretty good adaptation to put someone over that side because they've been getting in there quite quickly. And if you can stall that out, they may actually lose off time.
Well, the last time a defender found herself around admin, she got killed within the first 30 seconds. So we'll see how this one does go down. But yeah, Connie playing around into this side room near Copy. Definitely be a good advantage. We'll see how the rest of it just go down. Issa playing around just behind this boardroom, but you know, this is a perfect opportunity for Nitro, right? Like, this is why she's playing her.
Oh, there we go. The rotate call has gone out from HellSide. They've decided that admin is not the play for this round, and they've made the rotate call quick enough that they're able to get someone over to the CO windows and console windows, I should say. And now you can see Skylia making her way over there. Surely the call has come out that the rotate is in progress, and Penta TV are going to have to rotate their resources to that side.
It definitely are, it looks like, but Penta TV still holding on nicely. Shinessa could be opening up some vertical play from below. We'll see exactly how that's going to be working through for her. Still a lot of info, however, on the side of Divina Victoria. We'll see how that is going to be working out for them, but looking like mostly a console push. And it's kind of weird that they would do this considering they don't have any smokes or anything like that, because the big danger of this is there's so many angles you can get peeked from. They do have that downstairs control, however. That is going to be quite critical. But Connie is roaming down below through antechamber. Still coming through to see if she can flight this book. Is she going to do successfully? And takes down Shinessa. The first kill going to the favor of Divina Victoria. And that vertical play is now off the board. Plant is now starting to go down. However, it doesn't look like anyone from Penta is aware of this right now. This is not good. Plant's gone down by HellSide successfully. And this is a disaster. I think that's the first plant we've seen from HellSide.
Connie will pick out Loudy from a beautiful run out onto the connector window. That'll take the connector hold off the board, which is extremely dangerous now. They've got post-plant situation. They need to hold the rotate, otherwise they're going to struggle. Oh, beautiful challenge onto the skylight by Connie. Tiffy's going to take out Stilenia. It's all up to Skylia. Look at all three people crossfiring onto her. That's terrifying. The rotate call was good, but the post-plant angles were not able to be held, and Penta TV didn't care if they planted. They knew exactly how to retake, and oh, what a beautiful celebration in chat.
Really surprised we didn't see a Capitao in that lineup. It
Oh, yeah.
could have been because their initial plan was to go to admin, and then they saw the setup around admin, and they're like, okay, well, let's go to console, which, you know, in itself is a good call to do the rotate. But, you know, like, on the side of it is like, well, you know, like, that's why your post plan is going to fall apart, because you have absolutely nothing to cover that plan. As you said, like, that kind of retake is very easy to do with, like, runouts and things like that. We don't have Claymores going down. We don't have a Nomad on the board. They didn't have the utility to play that push the way that they should have played it. And I feel like it's kind of why they lost.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, rotate calls can be good because obviously the plan can go down, but if you're not prepared for the post-plant execution and hold, then you're going to be caught off guard very quickly. And I do just want to give a massive shout out after 5 rounds going in the side of Penta TV and 1 going to HellSide. We had John Lemon gift 5 subs, followed by Samurai gifting another 5 subs, followed by Fenris gifting another 5 subs, and then followed by John Lemon again, gifting another 5 subs. It's going off in this chat, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get an absolute shout out to all of these legends? Samurai again gifting another 5 subs. It is going crazy bananas. This is what we are after, ladies and gentlemen. Every single one of these gifted subs, not only do all of the gifted subbies get themselves all the emotes, but we also are giving ourselves the opportunity for a heck of a bigger prize pool for these girls. So thank you so very much to all of the gifters. That's beautiful, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Remember, everything goes towards the prize pool. It's a community-driven prize pool. And I think we're already post 100 subs right now. So yeah, like massive thank you to everyone who funding the prize pool. It's been a hell of a journey, and we'll see how that journey does continue. But getting back into this game, Divinity Victorious out of their first attack here on Consulate.
Look at this. Iz is down below collecting all of the intel. She knows one of the yokais just zoomed on into admin to give a little bit of intel there. And another one will be featuring somewhere else. She hasn't been able to spot it, but she did just spot something over near Tellers. The drone will come out. The shots will be whiffed by Connie. What a shame.
No.
What a shame.
Definitely a shame indeed. We'll see how that is going to be going through. Connie going to be going through, but no, it's going to be Loudy who picks up the very first kill of the round. Instantly shut out by Connie, however, from Anti-Chamber. Now a 4v4, however, and none of that downstairs control into the favor of the defense. However, still holding up onto the top of yellow.
Interesting to see the ACOG, but the ACOG makes work. The ACOG's really good from the bathroom angle. Not so good from directly at the top of the stairs when you're engaging a holographic at that short range, but she makes it work by backing up into bathroom. That's going to be two of the main fraggers of the Penta DV lineup going down. They've actually double digits at the moment. Only round 7, and now they've decided that what they need to do is do a projector push. Both repelled up on there with their third player featuring somewhere else across the map. I can't quite tell, James.
So this goes down. Ganesh getting on cams in a very aggressive spot. We do have a Capitao here, and this is exactly what you need when you want to go for that console push. Still has full utility up, and we'll still see exactly what they can do here. But with no yellow control, this is going to be a very hard one to sell right now. And Tiffy still playing around there. She doesn't have the bomb, however, but Tina able to pick up a kill for herself. Still only going to go down. And Tina playing around with the connector. EMPs are going to be going out. Ganesh still holding down. Oh, just call up onto yellow. How do you win that? Sunny goes down. And we'll see. Capital balls are going to be going down as well. Echo going to try and forcefully rotate out. Skylar's waiting for that jump in. Gonna have to smoke off to the left if you really want to make this work, and it is gonna be smoked off. And the push is gonna go through. Tina sees him. No, she's gonna go down. It's all down to Tiffy in a 3v1 to try and make something happen. Echo drone is on her. They know where she is. She's gotta make something happen. She's gotta go for an aggressive push. She doesn't have diffuser right now. She's gotta go in. And this is looking like a disaster right now for Penta. As there we go. It's all gone to the side of HellSide. They win round number 7, and they take their first defense.
What an absolute shame that it went that way, because I had no idea where those were. And when she opened up that barricade onto the projector window, she had a player standing right there. What a shame that that wasn't a kill for her. She may have been able to make her way in and then be covered by the Capitao from connector, but wasn't to be. So HellSide, I should say, takes their second round, and as dominating as Penta Divina have been in their attacking side and their defensive side, it's not translating so far into their attacking side.
Whew. So, Cafeteria and Garage. We'll see how this is going to go down. A Vigil 6 pick up onto the Legion. I like the Cade pick here. Something that I really like doing with the Cade here is reinforcing the hatch of bathroom. Well, they were already open the hatch, so whatever. Reinforcing the hatch, but then reinforcing the north side wall up onto benches, and then you put one single cave below, and it caves both the hatch and that north side wall. Yeah,
and unfortunately, it's not been popular recently to open the north side wall. You used to put a Habana at the bottom of the north side wall to be able to watch all the way over behind White Van with that really good long angle. So ACOGs could do that, but looks like they want to do a little bit of a roam here. That's why they've opened up the bathroom hatch. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how they do it. Loudy being one of their main fraggers here. Whether or not they'll put Skylar up in there with the shotgun, which would be more effective at a close range, or whether they'll put Loudy in there with the with an ADS and a couple of pieces of barbed wire there. We'll see how Penta pushes this, though. I feel like Penta's the kind of team to do a bit of a roam clear.
Trans are going to be going out as well for Divinity Victorian. And yeah, you are right. Like, we've been talking a lot about roamers and roam clearers, and like the Jackal ban is really influencing this, I think. But we've also seen like really aggressive players coming out from both teams. Interesting how HellSide want to play their particular roam game, but we've seen this site now saved twice by roamers.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of hatches opened up here for the defenders, but they're actually not utilizing them. If anything, it's going to help the attackers. They're so convinced that there are roamers about, but Connie's actually the one who'll be featuring the IQ at this point, and hopefully they can send out a few more drones because they desperately need to find out where Loudy is. I actually think Loudy's by herself. And she is, and that's very dangerous. That's actually really irresponsible of HellSide to leave Loudy by herself in bathroom. She might be able to take one, maybe 2 picks, but then they're just going to get complete hatch control open for free. Steleni is going to miss the Kaid trick, unfortunately, and that wall will get opened.
Well, indeed. We'll see how this is going to be going through now, because now Davina Victoria really have all the control that they need. We still got a roamer here in bathroom, however. Lodi going to be playing that very aggressively. HellSide not looking too good, though, overall, in terms of map control. And the pre-fires are going to be coming down. Lodi almost finding that pixel angle, but the recoil control is not going her way right now, and she is getting lit up. She's going to rotate back down to site, however, probably a good move from her part, but they have now completely lost that upstairs control.
Yeah, there's a minute left on the clock.
What?
What? Did she just rotate up yellow?
Oh, thank
Goodness
God.
me,
Oh
she'll
my
get punished
God.
for it. You can see Connie was a little bit confused as to how that was allowed to happen. Ganesh is somehow all the way upstairs, must have rotated all the way up Visa stairs to top floor and is now making her way down. And if she's not spotted here, then she'll be able to make work of it. Being very patient nonetheless. This could be very good for Penta Divina.
Lucia Mines could be going down. Ganesh still holding down, but this execute, it should start to go well quite nicely. Shinessa could have missed her opportunity though, and she's not going to be able to see that diffuser go down through the smoke. Unfortunately, the Echo Drone not in position. The plant is going to go down. Sunny and Connie both get their kills as well. It's all down to Shinessa and her teammate Smoke. We'll see how that is going to be going through. Shinessa pushing all the way into pipe. She gets taken down by Connie. It's all down to Skylia to try and bring this in. A 1v5 from the Smoke to try and clutch it out. The diffuser doing its work. She doesn't have vertical play. She doesn't have control. She doesn't have a lot of info either. But can she make it happen regardless? SMG-11 in hand, looking for that rotate through into security and see what she can do. Her teammate did get nailed here onto pipes, but she's going to get through all the way regardless. And from the hatch, Connie's going to pick a quick 2k. Really well done from Connie there at the end for that post plant, but Davina Victoria with a great execute is going to put themselves onto match point.
My goodness. That hold that HellSide were doing was improperly balanced. They opened up all the hatches. They had no way of holding it with one player playing upstairs and the rest on site. It was a good rotate down by the Jaeger, but that is not how you balance a huge roam setup as they had set up. If anything, if you can't put reinforcements there, you just leave the hatch soft and try and play people around for the late flanks as they had Ganesh do move up on Visa, but really properly in time, not enough utility and resources and people, most importantly, placed upstairs. And that's an easy round for Penta Divina to be able to take flawless as well.
Whew. This is looking pretty good for Penta Divina right now. It's going to be an uphill battle for HellSide to try and bring this into an overtime. We'll see exactly what they want to do here and how this is going to go down. Skylia on the Echo this time rather than the Smoke.
Yeah, I think on a downstairs play like this, the Echo is far more effective and they should know this. And
oh, well, yeah, they brought the Echo last time, but it was Shinessa playing on the Echo last time. Skylia was on the Smoke.
I believe Shinessa is now on the Legion, so that's going to give them a lot of intel and sound cues as well and delay the attackers ever so slightly. But I even think delaying Penta Divina with the way that they've been playing is probably not going to do much. I think Connie's been real effective on the IQ. She did trade it out with one of her other counterparts in the previous round, I believe, or the round before that. But it's good to see her back on it because she was doing a lot of work with it.
She definitely was. She definitely was. See how this goes down, but I like the fact that Penta, they just loved the Capitao here. I really think Capitao ban would have been a little bit more effective since HellSide didn't really use it themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at this. Penta DV, they're just storming into admin. They know the top floor clear that they want to do. They know exactly which sections of the map they want to hold. I think We can see the Legion playing high top yellow as well. The only person that's off site, not accompanied by another roamer. Their other roamer is playing over in tellers with the Ganesh feeding intel. And that should hopefully assist Loudy in being able to take a pick. But no one's there for the refrag if Loudy gets taken out. She's going to pick one. And that's going to have to be Connie looking for that refrag if she wants to be able to do so.
Bloody still ability to just roam about here. And really, we've been saying the ability to clone roamers, which Connie's going to do right now. Takes one off the board, but instantly traded out. Is a big part of attacking Consulate right now with this Jackal ban up on the board. Jones are going to go out, and Lodi still holding down onto bathroom. That much as should be going out onto the garage, which is going to get opened up. It's about a minute 30 left to go on the clock. Things still at a good pace here for Divina Victoria, but they're at a man disadvantage right now. Very aggressive from Sunny to try and deal with this. A prone peak going to be coming out. Stelenia still getting very aggressive and no vertical play coming in right now.
I love this. This aggressiveness from the dock is really good because it's stalling Penta Divina out even more than they were stalled out by that roam clear. And you see Tina desperately trying to watch yellow stairs. They're aware that this roam has been solidified. Loudy's still going to sit in bathroom. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she sits there for the entire round and drops down afterwards. And see your Penta Divina deciding that the way to go is to just hit the garage wall specifically. And I'm not sure whether or not they're going to open the other panel, but the flames will come out. And surely Stelenia will catch some heads as they fly in. Oh, and I was right.
What a shot from Stelenia. It's going to find the head of Tiffy. That's another one for Stelenia as well. That's why she's on the dock. And HellSide are going to bring it in with a kill from Loudy. Really great room control from HellSide there, but Stelenia shutting down that execute as it did come through. Not great capital usage right there at the end with the execute. Really need to smoke that off if you really want to go for that push. But great angles from Stelenia. Very aggressive as well earlier on, but looks like that's why she's on the dock. We're going to be still on a match point, but 3 rounds here for HellSide to bring it into overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we did say last week as well, Stelenia was one of the sort of consistent gunners for the side of HellSide. Loudy had her rounds where she really popped off, this being one of them as well, but not as consistent as a player like Stelenia, always consistently fragging out, popping off. Loudy having a good game as well. Connie, 16 kills, even though we've had a couple of other really big frag leaders thus far. I think, and I'm going to get this wrong, James, and I hope the producers are listening and they could be like, hey, Jess, this is the actual number. But I believe our highest kill count has been 18 kills thus far at CCS R6W. Am I wrong? On EU at least.
I'm pretty sure Pixel holds that record.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, potentially breaking records out here. We'll see how that is going to be working out, but Divina Victoria looking very, very good so far. However, they've opted to drop the Capita this time.
They've got their Thatcher, the Zofia, Twitch, IQ, and Ash. If anything, that makes me feel as if Penta Divina want to frag out this round. They've been really, I guess, prominent with their mechanical skill against this team, against HellSide specifically. So I think they're kind of banking on the fact that rather than utilizing all of the utility and the strats and everything that they've had, maybe if they lean a little bit into their gun skill a little bit more, it might be more effective for them, especially against a Loudy and a couple of the fraggers there. And as I say it, Loudy's going to take the head off Connie. And if they win this round, there's going to be no frag leaderboard or new frag leaderboard for Connie. But there's still a whiles to go yet on this round with only 30 seconds having elapsed.
We'll see how this is going to go through. Match point still. We'll see Divina Victoria moving in. But that AQ going down very early on. Maybe just the effectiveness, but honestly, it might not be that bad. There's no echo on the board this time, so might not be too bad at all.
Izza's going to move through, make herself known on the bottom of Spiral. She'll still have Loudy to go up against, who is in the corner of Piano, and there's another one on yellow stairs. She's so tunnel visioned. on the player in piano that she doesn't see Scalia shoot down yellow, and that's going to take her off guard too. And this round is looking like it's going in the side of HellSide, unless Sunny can make some work.
Yep, HellSide looking really good right now, but we'll see things going down. What a kill from Loudy! Tiffy going to go down very early on, and this is not looking good at all for Davina Victoria. So they're going to be pushing up to try and get the refrag here, and she is going to be able to get it, but not without a little bit of damage herself. Skylar going to rotate all the way up to top yellow. So you're not able to catch her out just yet, but Sunny is going to be in hot pursuit to see what she can do here. Bad fire is in the way, however. And she's going to be slowly creeping up. And the push is going to be coming through. Pre-fire is going to be coming through as well. Sunny trying to force her way in, but oh, I like this from Skylar, yeah. Opening up the hatch as well, just to distract anyone who might be watching on that flying Katina. Very aware of that, but she does have the diffuser. She creeps into the bathroom. Great shots from Sunny. Do scud the kill onto Stelenia. This is definitely very winnable right now. Tina supporting her as well, but it's going to be Skylar up on the flank right now. Shinessa takes down Sunny, and oh no, just no awareness from Tina. And she is going to go down. HellSide take round number 10, and this comeback is definitely looking very real right now.
I definitely like the way that I've seen HellSide, I guess, gain a little bit more confidence in this matchup. They started off a little bit passive-aggressive, and now they've moved that passive-aggressiveness to aggressiveness. The kills that Loudy's been allowed to get have been through the mistakes of Penta pushing one by one. They haven't been pinching. Their roam clearers have not been pinching, and Loudy's been taking absolute advantage of it. In fact, people have been tunnel visioning so hard on Loudy that they forget yellow stairs even exists. So it's been a good utilization of roaming by HellSide. I am worried they are just sticking individuals in places where they probably need to have multiple roamers, but it has been working for them thus far. And I'm finally seeing our first Monty play come out of all of CCS R6W, I believe.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Pretty sure we've seen a Monty before.
Did we? I've seen a Monty ban.
Feel like I've been watching so much Siege this month.
Yep, same.
That is also not a specific stat I've been carrying through. God.
Oh God, you know who will know? You know who will know? Chat. I know for a fact that there has been a heck of a lot of you who have been tuning in every single week to CCS R6W.
Yes.
Bless you, by the way. Can we get a confirmation or a vote in chat as to whether or not we've seen someone rock a Montaigne yet in all of CCS R6W? At least for EU. Let's go with EU.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
I don't think so.
Yeah, God, no. I can't think of one. Anyway, regardless, we are going to see a multiplayer now. We'll see exactly how that is going to work out. The Capitao is made its way back into the lineup, so it looks like we are going to see that Capitao push come through. I do like the addition of the Monty here, though. I think Monty is a good play. Not normally a great play on Consulate overall, but I think for the downstairs push, it could be good.
Interesting that the Monty is going to be the one droning. I think it will be the initial drone to get them the intel as to whether or not admin's even being held. Once they know it is clear, it's likely that the Monty will be the front pusher, the intel collector, the yellow pinger that will give them the intel they need to push on forward. If anything, hopefully, and they haven't rocked the IQ, so I am a bit worried, but Stelenia actually might have perfect timing here since they've drone and they might think that it's clear. But hopefully the Monty is able to give them the intel they need, but it looks like the Monty might be rotating around.
Oh, Stelenia getting very aggressive with it right now onto admin, but it's not going to be rewarded with any kills. Tiffy, however, is going to pick up the first kill of the round. Stelenia going to go down very early on there, so now she's off the board. It's not looking good, but it feels like this is just going to be just a straight Capitao Monty push. Very standard stuff. They really do have to clear this upstairs out, or at least put some pressure on if they want that to be successful or not.
Yeah, absolutely. I even think that it looks like the rotate has been called is to just give up on that top floor take other than Izza and to focus on getting this plant down in the double doors. Tiffy is also going to join Izza upstairs. Loudy's going to hear the rappel in. No headshot for her. Instead, Tiffy's going to get the headshot. Skyly is going to trade on to Izza. And now it looks like this 3v3 will just be a death brawl until the end.
Still lots of utility up here for the Capitao, and they should go for the reverse plant sooner rather than later. Ganesh is definitely ready for it. Tiffy trying to push through from the other side and see what's exactly going on. Skylar could be top of spiral and seeing what she can do right now. This is kind of seeming interesting. Like, we still have that gridlock on the board. I'm wondering whether those gridlocks have actually been deployed just yet. Kind of good for the ADS play to take out the ADS. That's kind of a weird thing. But there we go. Ganesh could be coming through on this side. Tiffy's still above with that control. And Skylar trying to re-control it, but it's going to waste so many shots. And Skylar going to be so low HP, but Ganesh is going to die the plant. And it's going to be the Nitro kill going down. Kind of going to try and go for the reverse plant, but Ganesh is going to die going down. HellSide takes round number 11. Things looking pretty good for them as they're within one round to bring this in.
It's a shame for the side of Penta DV. They did initially try to take top 4 control. Yes, there was one pick, and then they had 2 of their players repel in an attempt to gain control. But it was just the slippery ACOG player upstairs who just kept running around and around and taking picks. Ended up getting that vertical control, which meant that the top 4 control that Penta DV thought they would have was no longer theirs, and it was just left down to the Monty and was not the play.
So, moving through, it is a match point still. But one round away from HellSide to complete this complete domination. Like, it's been so much better. And I did say HellSide, much better defense team than they are attack. They have some very disappointing attacks. But bringing it through on that defense, they have been doing very, very well with it. We'll see how that is going to work out for them. But overall, I feel like this Jackal ban has really just swung things really heavily into the favor of defense. Like, we've seen so many defense rounds being found because there's a big lack of intel on the roamers. And the roamers and flankers have just come through and dominated everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for both teams, their roam game has been probably the key part of their defensive side, which has probably won them a lot of rounds. If I'm HellSide right now and I'm trying to get that 6-6 to push it into overtime, I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's not change anything. My roam game's been good. We've been really effective with it. I even think Skyly is pushing her yokai drones up to assist the roamers. Look at this spawn pick as well. It's this aggressiveness that has really either been strong for HellSide or been their detriment. Oh, look at that. They're even droning out the spawn peak. They're droning out the spawn peak.
Yeah. Selene has definitely been very aggressive with this dock, but she has been pretty heavily rewarded from it. They're going to know that spawn peak is going to go on. Could be an easy pre-fire here. Selene should be aware that she gets spawn peak, she get drone, sorry. But she's still going to be committed to the spawn peak, looks like. Sunny is getting very aggressive on this. If you lose your thermite early on, that is going to be a disaster. But it's not going to happen. She's not going to commit to that pre-fire whatsoever. So Divinity Victoria looking around for an execute rather instead.
They know there's no wall denial there, and Loudy's going to start off. What Connie was so good out, Loudy's going to clap back in her face and say, I can roam just as well as you. These bullet holes here from the Legion are also going to provide a heck of a lot of line of sight there. Loudy is very well prepared with her other roaming counterpart there. This was unlike we'd seen them roam before. They're now roaming in buddies, and they're using a yokai drone to assist them with the intel. This is a very different HellSide and could be a very effective one.
It definitely could be. It definitely could be. And we know 5v4 as well. It's about halfway into the round, but every second that clock ticks down is every second things start to swing into the favor of the defense. It's going to rotate all the way up, however, into Spiral, but that has allowed Shinessa to get back on that roam and get back on that flank. Stelenia has managed to find a kill, but Issa finds one right back on her. It's now a 4v3. Things looking really slow for Divina, honestly. They don't really have any control right now, and they need to start gaining some.
Izzy's been putting in a lot of the work, been trying to make sure she gets the pick, get piano and bathroom control. She's got it, but her teammates are waiting for her to be able to get rid of these roamers. Stelenia is going to pick up Tina, and that's now just the Capitao and the IQ left. There is not enough time. There is not enough picks. Even if Izza is able to gain that kill on Ganesh, as we just saw, it's still a 3v2, and they've got only 30 seconds left, and there's one yokai drone to contend with as well.
Oh, the flank does come through from Laddie. Does be completed. Issa goes down. Oh, a pre-fire from Tiffy. However, Selene goes down. Now, it is a 2v1. Tiffy still has some smokes up as well. Actually has full utility up on Capitao. That utility is going to start to get deployed right now. She pushes all the way through. Fires are going to go down, and smokes go down with it as well to make sure she can't get flanked. She can't get pushed, but the Echo Drone is watching every move she makes. The planet's going to start to go down. Yoka Drone is going to have to reposition for this. She's going to know the Yoka Drone is there. Pre-fires are going to come down, but she's not going to be able to find the plant as she runs out of time. HellSide complete the sweep back, and they bring us to overtime. Great comeback from them.
Wow, I did not expect it, Stern App, whatsoever. I didn't expect them to be able to chain together so many rounds in a row. Okay, yes, both defensive sides have been impressive from both of these teams. Their roam games have been undeniable. But both teams are going to have to look back on this VOD and go, hey, our flank watch sucks. At the end of the day, both of these teams' flank watch has been their absolute kryptonite. They haven't been doing it. Their roam clear has also been their kryptonite, and therefore they've just been struggling. And that's why we're seeing overtime, another overtime for the night, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of really close games that we didn't think would be this close.
No.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Door secure.
Hello?
Oh, I think we should be back, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse that faltering of the audio. Just lost a little bit of connection there, but we are back into it. Our 6-6 apiece, overtime, going top floor. What do we think, James?
Seconds remaining.
I think HellSide have got this game in the bag now.
Ooh, that's a confident statement. Do give me a reason why.
So, you know, like, they have two defenses in OT, right? Because they attacked first. So, I feel like with the way that things have been going, if Divina Victoria do not step it up, they're gonna lose. And it's just been as simple as that. It's been so defender-sided right now, and it seems like Divina Victoria have completely lost the momentum in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you're struggling to win your attacking rounds and you're so confident, one, you're defensive, plus they just lost how many rounds in a row? I think that's really crippling for them. So that's something that I think may have tilted them ever so slightly, but you can see them setting up now for their push. Connie very aware that someone's playing yellow stairs here and going to pre-fire into the small closet to see if they can get any picks. It's actually Skylia with the UMP playing on yellow stairs. Not a usual operator to play there, but nonetheless, there is yellow stairs presence, and it does look like Penta Divina want to push that way.
Skylia going to be playing up onto the top of Yale, seeing what she can do here. But Divina Victoria go for that heavy clit. I feel like they've been kind of going about this the wrong way because HellSide don't really have anything threatening on this roam. Like, all they can really do is flank. They can't use nitros because they haven't. Well, they've only brought one from the Mozzie. And like, even that's not like a really big issue. They haven't brought the Echo this time. There's not really a lot of intel from them. There's not a lot of plant denial from them. They haven't brought a smoke or anything like that. So, you know, like, I feel like Divina Victoria could just straight up push the site with a straight up execute, and they would probably win if they concentrate on planting. But they're chasing roamers so heavily. We'll see Connie is going to be starting out there, but it's going to be Sunny who does find the first kill of the round.
What a beautiful call there to say that someone was on Spiral, and then Sonny comes zooming over with the frag mine, says, good night. You're not going to get us this time, but he's going to take out Ganesh, and this attack is looking better. This is the attack we should have seen from Penta many rounds ago, but they're finally featuring it when it matters, and this could be the complete detriment of HellSide. They've still got 3 of their players, one of the C4s. Oh, that shot coming out there from Connie is almost perfect.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Gotta be
no.
ADSing. That is not good. Shanessa is going to trade it right back on. However, Connie goes down, and the flank comes from Skylia. Sunny goes down, but the diffuser is still into the hands of Divina Victoria here. It's looking pretty good for them. TV going to rotate all the way back into bathroom. And this is looking really good for Victoria. They have so much control right now, and the Roamers cannot do anything about it to get back into sight. Planting is going onto the table, very smart, knowing that there is still a Roamer up, and he still has impacts, and there was one with a Nitro. So we go. It's going to go in. Shinessa does get a great kill onto Issa. It's now a 2v2, but it's a post plant right now. They're going to know that Tiffy is in the bathroom, and we know that someone is in the site. It's not looking good right now. Shinessa going to rotate her drone all the way up, but it's a little bit too far away to really have any meaningful impact. Tiffy is going to be playing around the bathroom, gets pre-fired herself, however. It's all down to Tina to try and bring something in. They go for the pre-fires. They know where she is. And oh no, the whiff shots from Tina. And it's all HellSide, baby, as they win the round.
Oh, it's a back and forth that round. I definitely thought once they had the plant down, they had people positioned in crossfires. They had it all down pat, but unfortunate, Zofia was playing far too passive in the bathroom there, gets pre-fired in a position where she was making a heck of a lot of noise, and then all they needed to do was push at the same time into console and take that pick, and that's exactly what they did. Smart planting on top of the table to stop the C4 from being able to collect from below, but the C4 was upstairs, so it didn't matter in the end. And that round going to HellSide, you're right, they are able to win their defensive rounds, and if they win this next round, it's all over. But if they lose it and they go back onto defense, statistically extremely likely that they win this matchup.
HellSide coming onto the attack, and they are going to bring in the Capita. Which I'm glad to see, but they don't have a hard breacher, so I'm not sure if this is the right mix of operators here. Maybe it's one of those things is, oh, someone bring a Thermite, guys, and no one wants to play Thermite, so they just don't bring it. Happens to me all the time.
Hey, can someone play the hard breacher? And everyone's just like sitting there waiting until the last second to see if anyone switches to the Thermite. I wonder if that's what just happened to Penta Divina. In fact, though, I would like to say that Sunny is the hard breacher. And is this going to be an Echo roam? Please no.
I think she's just getting the hash, and then she's gonna come back.
You know
down.
what? Since I got back from San Diego, my time zones have been rather confused, and that timer up the top just didn't exist to me for a split second there, James. So
It's all gone fuzzy.
yeah, you know, it's been a long day, a long night. I've been awake for over 12 hours now, so I'm trying to do my thing, but excuse that one, ladies and gentlemen. I am back in some kind of lucid form. We'll see.
Hopefully. Still got one more game.
And you better believe later on, ladies and gentlemen, I will be in the chat cheering on the CCS R6W women from NA as well. I don't care how many hours I have to be awake. These games are going to be on tonight about 1 a.m. CEST, which will be 7 p.m. EST. Please be there for that. But let's stick back to this game because, ladies and gentlemen, it's going the full 9 yards. Loudy outside on the Ash.
Ooh. Skyly is just in. Tiffy goes down very early on. And that is actually a disaster because that's the Echo down. And that was so effective last time. But Stelenia is going to go down, traded out by Sunny. And it's now a 4v4. But HellSide's still looking good to try and bring this in. But the lack of hard breacher here is still very concerning from HellSide.
Playing that hatch has always been really effective for Penta Divina as well. They've got these hatches open. They've been playing this verticality really strongly, so I do expect them to do something with it. Tina's going to be droned out on site, but it's not going to be too much detriment. And I am worried that Skylia is rather alone here with the diffuser. If she gets taken out, she gets herself killed with the diffuser a little bit just out of sight there. None of her teammates there to help refrag. They could lose that diffuser on a spot they might not be able to recollect.
And so going to be playing around to the front office. Loda going to rotate all the way down, and we'll see the straight push onto the side, but Connie's going to punish them for that. And no roam clear being effective here. Connie does take one down, and Skylar is actually in right now. She's in security. She could push the site very, very easily. But they are still holding the hatch, of course, and this isn't a great place to push when that is a fact. Issa takes out one, but instantly trades with Shinessa.
Skyly's accidentally giving away her position here as well. Little does she know that she just needs to creep around into sight. She is looking for those goo mines as well, which is smart because that actually will give away more of her position than intended. And all they need to do here is hold angles, get the kills that they need. See the really tight pixel angle being held by Tina there. All they need to do now is get into sight and try and get some plants.
Ganesh can be running up and seeing what she can do. Skylar still playing around, but Connie is ready for that flank onto the bottom of Spiral. See how it does go down. Ganesh putting down a Claymore, making sure that no one can flank through security. But Connie is there. She's going to take one down. It's all down to Skylar to try and bring it in. She does have Diffuser. She's in sight right now. Sunny desperate to try and deny this right now. And Skylar still playing around to the bottom of a white van, but Connie's going to punish her for it. Great rotate ability from Connie. Great flanking ability still again from her. And we're going to maximum OT yet again today.
That is amazing that these two teams have battled round for round. Probably, honestly, their defensive sides have literally been the only reason they've been able to push this as far as they've pushed this. And that's amazing on their behalf. I would also, because it does sound like we do have our off-stream game finisher. I'm just looking at chat right now, James, and I believe the Samsung Athenas did take out Titanium Cloud. I'm not sure what map that was on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure I can double check that in a split second. I think they also played Consulate as well. And SMS were able to defeat Titanium Cloud. So if you guys are wondering what happened on the off-stream game, that's why you got some hashtag SMS win in chat. Congratulations to the SMS girls.
Attackers need to
Beautiful
locate and
game.
defuse bombs.
And you guys can catch that on YouTube later on a VOD. But back to this very pressing game. 7 apiece. The last round that these teams can possibly go to. It'll be HellSide on defense, going downstairs. Statistically, given this game, HellSide should win this matchup since their defensive win percentage is far greater than their attacking.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, it's just being straight defender-sided, and even the OT has been defender-sided as well, 100%. So,
10 seconds left.
I'd like to say this is very much into the favor of HellSide, and it's definitely their game to lose right now.
5 seconds left.
So, we'll definitely see how this is going to be going down. But really, all they have to do is just continue playing it the way that they have done. However, Penta really have to make a little bit of changes here. I think that both teams have been really heavily pushing these roamers for not really any reason.
Yeah, I definitely think that unless there's a C4 threat or a player denial threat, there's no reason to push the people downstairs. So if anything, they could just have someone outside of lobby double doors with a drone, and if they see someone with the C4 below, that's when they move in. But if they don't, no need to push them. You're absolutely right. So I'd like to see them be a little bit more critical with the way that they go about this.
We'll definitely see how it is going to be going down. Connie is still just getting in upstairs, and yet again, like, people are clearing. I'm not saying there's anything like definitely wrong with clearing. If you want to do it, you can, and obviously, of course, you want to get that piano control if you want to get that vertical play on the go, which is what Penta has definitely been doing. But we've lost so many people to roamers who, on angles, you could very easily just hold down, like outside of yellow, just hold down that angle, and we've seen so many people die from that as well, like down yellow flank. So we will see how the rest of this does go down. However, IQ Scanner is going to be coming out. Echo Drone running for its life right now, and it has managed to escape.
Connie above piano trying to make work of it as well. Shanissa's trying to say, let me down, I'm being pushed, I want this hatch open. The thermited wall will also give an extra area to worry about, and no one is close enough to be able to open the hatch. I think Shanissa's actually used both of her impacts, so she's not able to help. Now she's going to take 50 HP and but escape with her life, and now it's the Penta DB girls. They're stalling out. They've actually brought Tina upstairs with them because they believe someone's still roaming upstairs with them, but HellSide have smartly rotated all of their roamers either down to first floor or second floor. And
how have we not heard the Echo Drone by now?
Absolutely, and that's going to give all of the intel that HellSide need. Connie goes out, Tiffy goes out, and a beautiful shot there, but that's not going to collect the headshot I thought it would. And now the thermite goes out. This looks like it's going to be HellSide as we predicted. Not a single HellSide player going down. That's a flawless round and an 8-7 going to the side of HellSide.
Absolutely beautiful, and it's going to be a day in hell right now. So we'll see just everything going to the favor of HellSide there. And as I said, like they had that in their favor, but a great comeback from them. It was looking really iffy at the start, but yeah, they definitely dominate during their defenses, and they brought it in.
And there we go. Connie actually has